and I know our very good friend Davo there will be badgering away trying to sort this internet
Yeah,
goodness out.
What
yeah.
problem? What
Well,
internet
no,
problem? I
that's
don't know what you're talking about.
it's just me banging on stuff like with my
Yeah, you're
fist.
right.
So yeah, but
Like
yeah, no,
Zoolander.
yeah, it's just like, oh,
The files are in the computer.
is it that bit or is it that bit over there? No, we're back up and running, ladies and
Yeah, no,
gentlemen.
you didn't miss too much, people. We're obviously still in this first phase. We have got 40 seconds of the Pro-Am and the Am class to run in this first phase of Q2. Ashton Hughes, as mentioned just previously, out there on a 6.4 is a very, very good time for this class. And then obviously Danny Kim was the first car out. He's banked a nice 7.0 in there over Mark Turbot on a 7.0 as well. So very, very tight at the top. Those top three positions, well, certainly the second and third in class at the moment.
Neville Shields just puts in a great time, goes up to P4 in the
Yep.
AM/Pro-Am qualifying sessions. A great run as an AM runner.
So about to see your pros and your Pro-Ams come out as
Pit lane is open.
the clock ticks 7:30. We'll try and get a read on who the first car's out. I believe it is potentially maybe the 772 car of Stewie Aerosmith, is it? No, Mitchie Campbell out first again. Stewie right on the bumper
Smith,
too.
yeah. And these two race a lot together, so it'll be good banter in the driver's room, I suspect, between Aerosmith and Campbell. And they're always pretty neck and neck, and I don't think that's a mistake. Aerosmith, he might just be looking for a little toe, I think, from Mitch. A little bit cheeky.
What about yourself, Rusty? Do you prefer a carrot in qualifying, or do you prefer your own space? What's your ploy when you're out there qualifying?
Yeah, for me, I like space, so I've been known to. I'd rather sacrifice a lap and be out there absolutely last car on track with 20 seconds in front of me, 20 seconds behind me, kind of thing, where I can just get into my own zone, and then I could turn off the relative and just focus on the track. That's how I get my best qualifying performances. But the truth be told, I'm not a really strong qualifier anyway, so that's why I tend to do it that way. Stay out of everyone's way, make it as least pressure situation as I possibly can for myself, and then I just try to do the best I can in qualifying, and then make up positions in the race. That's generally my go. So, but everyone's different. There's some people who are very good one-lappers, hot lappers, and they're terrible in traffic. So. There's all sorts. There's all types out there, isn't there?
Well, that's racing, isn't it? It takes all types to create these exciting races that we're getting here at ASR. As we just pick up on Vic Chan's, a lot of tyre warming going on. Only a short session for these guys, so they really need to make their first flying lap count, don't they? So, yeah, a lot of braking. And
I think Nev Shields was the last of the AM Pro-Am runners to finish a hot lap. And so now we should just have the pros and silvers on track, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And as for mention, I do believe
it's worked out well.
Yeah, it was Mitchie Campbell, one of the first
Aerosmith, and then I think it's Reese in the Aston, is it?
Yeah, it was Reese. Yeah, car number 6.
Yeah, he third car out on track.
Yeah, McDonald tucked up and behind him, be looking for a better performance in this race too. Obviously had a little bit go on in that first race and ended up in the, I think I heard whatever you call it, he made a trip through pit lane, which is clearly not a requirement in the super sprint round. So if you do see any of these drivers in pit lane, something's gone incredibly wrong. However, it is a shakedown. This is, as you mentioned, Rusty, it's a chance just to really shake things out and look,
loosen up.
Yeah, and hey, look, as much as we say that, though, there's a lot of, obviously, the guys and girls out here tonight that will want to be sending a message. You know, I'm here to play. You're going to have to come out and beat me if you want this thing. And I think Steve Ree's clearly showing that. So looking for hopefully a more consistent performance here, internet-wise, maybe from Phil Antoon going into this one.
Yeah, that Honda is a special beast in this most recent iteration of ACC updates. It's a very quick car, the Honda. Very fun to drive too. It sounds great.
If it doesn't kill you.
It's lightning. Yeah, if it doesn't kill you, It's not as, I don't find it as snappy and aggressive as, say, like the Porsche. Nothing's as snappy and aggressive as the Porsche, obviously. But I feel like it's a little bit more forgiving. I did a few laps in it, but to be very quick in it, I think you have to be very brave. So, and clearly I'm not. So I'd be like 2 seconds off the pace in the Honda, you know, in the hands of, say, a Crossland or a Phil Antoon. So these guys are, you know, really, you got to be really in tune with it. But gee, it's quick when you get it down.
5-5 for Mitchy Campbell, 6-0 for Stu Aerosmith. Where is Steve
Reese,
Reese? There he is
bam,
on a
there's
4-9
the
straight away.
4. Well, did they get the 4s in Q1?
Yeah, 4-5, or I think it was, or 4-6.
Yeah, it was like
Fotado just sneaking into third provisionally there as well. Antoon, bam, straight to the top, 4-8.
Yeah, so big battle going on for this one. Who else we got coming? We got plenty of laps coming, guys. We got a good lap coming from Vic Chan. Where does that put Vic? Okay, he's not through yet.
must have invalidated that last one.
I'd say so.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it looks, and I don't know if this
And
is
same
a
as-
flying lap either.
I say Matty T as well, I think.
Yeah, this one's good so far from Vic Chan. It's just at the start of the lap. But yeah.
I think he lost a little time in turn 1. I think he might have been balked a little bit, but I did catch it pretty late. We'll wait and see what time Vic. We expect Vic to be in the, you know, running in the top 5 generally in this field. Yeah, obviously a championship winner in ASRNZ. Did he won the pro in the last season? Did he not, Vic Chan? So
yes.
Yep. So, you know, won the ROC, won the Race of Champions. So we expect big things from Vic Stappen, as he's been coined here at ASRNZ.
Good ploy here from Stu Aerosmith, still chasing Mitchy Campbell. And I can tell you what, he's in there on a 6-0. He's some 2 to 3 tenths up consistently through the lap. So he's looking to go maybe somewhere around the 5.8, 5.7 mark. 5.8 or a low 5.8 or a high 5.7 would grab Fotado, although Fotado got a good number brewing as well.
Oh, he took a little bit too much of that sausage there. Wiped a little bit of time off.
He did.
Such a fine line, a little bit wide through that apex too, a little deep.
Yeah, he's bled some.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's bled some speed off there.
Fotado, not so much.
Shot.
He's got a half a second with one more corner to go. This is going to be a big lap. This is going to be.
Looks fast.
Yeah, it's going to be somewhere near Mitch Campbell here.
This could be. This could be even Reese territory.
So Fotado, not quite.
What happened there? Just didn't quite make it stick out of the final corner there.
Who did we
Still
see go up
chasing.
there? Was that Vic Chan, Brandon Webley?
Yeah, Vic Chan just tucked in behind Fotado there now in 5th provisionally. As time ticks quickly away with only 24 seconds to go, guys.
It's another solid performance from Stu Aerosmith here. I think he qualified around that 7th in race 1. He's somewhere around that mark at the moment provisionally as it looks. Brad Robinson, he's on a better lap.
Reminder, he's in the silver class with Shane Fotado, so I think, you know, already we can start to form, you know, a little bit of a form guide here and say, well, it looks like Aerosmith and Fotado, they're your 2 top dogs so far for the silver class honours. Even in the shakedown, we can start to, you know, have a little look and see where everyone's form line is at.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, something about tempting fate. Maddie T is about 2.6 seconds up on her lap because she actually hasn't recorded one.
No.
But remember, Maddie started from the front row with the loss of Phil Antoon out of the last one. So Maddie, and she has got Phil Antoon as a carrot in front of her at the moment. So she's just coming down to turn 12. Time has run out. She is on a lap. Oh, she's got a
no,
track
she
cut.
invalidated. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
There you go.
He was on for a low 5 then.
Yeah, she was.
So yeah,
So-
invalidated
Really unlucky.
every single lap in qualifying there. Tough gig.
And, you know, we saw Antoon start off the back. This time it's Maddie T's turn. So goes from P2 in race 1 to having to start off of P33 in race 2. It's going to be a tough gig, but Antoon,
Fotado got some
Coming in.
numbers up his
Fotado
side. Look
great,
at
but watch out
Fotado
for
to the
Antoon.
top. Wow.
Antoon
And
what happened there? Antoon on
he
a
went to the
4-5.
top.
Strange.
Yep. Pushed them all back into the pits there, but Antoon top spot. Fotado on the front row with Mav.
Moss
Rees.
on a number.
Moss still on track. Yeah, I don't know what
About
happened
to
there.
move up. Moss to P8. Sits in behind Stu Aerosmith. So a couple of 777s there. Side by side. Another good qualifying. Now, so Fotado with a big lap at the back end. What a stacked field. Look at that. Antoon, Fotado, Reese, Campbell, Chan, Webley. That top six. And then Aerosmith, Moss, Rowe, Hughes. Hughes doing a great job in his qualifying to round out the 10.
Mark Turbot, the top qualifier in the AM class, gentlemen. He's been very impressive. Followed by Nev Shields in P18, Phil Turner in P19, back to Louis van der Vender in P23, and Phil Davidson in P24.
Look at that. You've got to go all the way out to P15 to break the second barrier from what was a fantastic time from Antoon, I think it was, something like that.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Ultra competitive. And,
And
you know, a little quick reminder, things like, say, for the silver class, gentlemen, we know, I can give you a little bit of pit lane gossip. Sam Carson is intending to run a full program this year, this season, in the silver class. So, you know, Sam Carson, if you're familiar with that, regular top 5 finisher, regular podium getter. So he's going to be one to look out for in that silver class with Stu Aerosmith. Shane Fotado absolutely wiping the floor with him. I suspected the Ford would be quick here in the right hands, and clearly Shane's hands are the right hands tonight. P2 in a very, very hot, pointy end of the field is nothing to sniff at. So congratulations to Shane Fotado. Phil Antoon will be looking for some retribution here in race 2 after his unfortunate situation in race 1. Steve Rees in P3, I think, you know, he's got a race on his hands here, so be very interesting.
Shall we find out? Or just quickly, before he starts his race procedure and embarks on this outlap, Steve Rees, you got us on comms, mate?
Sure do.
Hey, mate, first, yeah, great. And yourself?
Yeah, good.
Hey, great race there. Race 1, great qualifying, and then a very, very commanding victory in that first one. Now, this one, mate, you got a couple of hot competitors up in front and beside you as well, mate. Didn't quite jag the lap you expected probably in that second quali. Give us the insight, Steve, just to how you're managing these tyres, 4 sets of tyres over effectively 6 sessions here tonight. Going to play a factor in the back end of this racing here tonight, Steve, you think?
Yeah, it could do. I'll give away my game now and just say I'm doing the first 2 races. I'm qualifying and racing on the same set. And
Okay.
then for the third quali, I'll use 1 set and then a fresh set for the longer race.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so not overstretched then, Steve. You're managing them all right then?
Yeah, they're a bit dodgy towards the end of that race, but they'll be okay.
Yeah. Look, mate. Look, no doubt you've got a plan for that Honda in front of you, and also that Mustang just up to the right slightly, mate. So we won't hold you up too much, but go well, Steve. We'll be watching.
Yeah, cheers, guys. It'll be exciting. See what happens.
Awesome, mate. Go well.
Steve Rees, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Looks
Race
like we've got
1,
another reset the pits here, guys. Mitch Haas, unfortunately, in the 771 McLaren has reset the pits. I wonder if the Antoon and Haas issue has been not hitting drive in time. I'm thinking that may be it now, that we've seen it happen this way. So there's always one, as they say, you know.
Maybe 2.
So maybe 2.
Hey, it's a shakedown. You want to get that stuff out of your system on this one because points don't matter for this one. It's all about bragging rights and a little bit of ring rust out of the system for this one. But look, I'm super entertained by what I'm going to see here because that Mustang of Shane Fotado clearly got some good straight line speed. Probably didn't have the entire race pace of Reese and Campbell in the last one, but he wasn't far off it. So he'll be incentivized by his starting position off the front row for this one. So, going to be a big race.
Well, I feel like in the Mustang, you're going to have to make your yards early and expect to be defending at the end of the race. It just looked like, say, Webley, for example, the arse end of the Mustang got a little bit loose, a little bit hard to handle towards the end of that race. So, of course, it depends on your tyre strategy too. As Steve touched on, we do thank the drivers for giving us their time during race night. It really adds to the broadcast, we feel, and people love it. So thanks to the drivers. Yeah, Steve, his strategy, for example, and the tyres get a little loose. You're running low fuel loads in qualifying, so you're really pushing the tyres to the absolute edge of their working capacity, taking a bit more life off them at the end of that race. I was wondering, I suspect if I was doing it, I would qualify the same set of tyres each qualifying session, just try to do 1 or 2 laps, and then a fresh set for each race. But like I said before, I'm not a strong qualifier, so I'm not really looking to make decisions up. But I just wonder, if the Ford, I think Steve is pretty confident here going into this race. The Aston Martin's very quick. It's very comparable to, other cars in a straight line. It's a bit of a beast on big straights. So I think he would be happy to just kind of tuck in behind here, and he'll get a nice look at the absolute pace of Phil Antoon in this race, won't he, as well? So that'll be a big learning opportunity here for Steve, I think, to see kind of where Phil's at and where he makes his pace in that Honda. Very interesting start here.
Yeah, good call, Rusty.
Mitch
I
Campbell,
totally agree.
Mitch Campbell too. He's a lap 1 demon. That's why we love him. So he'll be looking for opportunities. He is not afraid of stepping forward on lap 1 and putting a move on. So if anyone's a little bit hesitant in those first 2 rows, he'll be taking advantage of it. The truffle pig, yeah. He'll be out there sniffing around.
Hey, interesting stat too, leading into this one, 7 manufacturers inside the top 10 cars, or 8 manufacturers inside the 11. So very, very even spread between the marks of cars here tonight, which is great to see. I think there was, obviously, whenever we come into these seasons, we always wonder, is it going to be a Mustang first or, the new car off the block? But a very, very good spread of manufacturers here as they line up and approach the final turn.
As the drivers form around the final corner, about to kick off race 2 of the shakedown here in what is ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 Series 2 here at COTA. Proudly sponsored and broadcast to you by MatchFit Entertainment tonight, and a big thanks obviously to Race Command for all their support. Good start. Antoon just takes the Mustang easily.
Oh, there's a bit of pinching. Robertson's turned around.
Lots going on in the back.
Gets it back. Turn 1 here at COTA is like that. It's a vice.
Oh, Webley and Aerosmith. Webley and Aerosmith with a little bit of hip and shoulder. So already Webley goes back a couple of spots.
Yeah, the Mustang's
Stu's not afraid to get in there and stretch his legs.
I don't know.
He doesn't mind.
Both the Webley car and the Faraday car didn't get off the marks well, so
no.
I just wonder whether they're just not starting as well in the Mustangs. Yeah, Mustang things, yeah.
Oh, who is that? That was Mossy. Held it wide, and it looked like the Hughes car run the shallow line, and Mossy looking for a cutback here. Big drag down the straight. Porsche on McLaren.
It's the slowest. It's the slowest drag race of all time. The Porsche versus the McLaren down the back straight.
And look who's in the back of shot. Gunther Rowe and the Mustang.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was always going to happen.
And look.
Oh.
Bottolo's the meat and the sandwich here between Antoon and Rees, and I tell you what, I wonder how long Steve Rees actually just hangs in here. You said you thought he'd be patient here, but he probably won't want to be too patient if Antoon starts checking out.
Just want to mention too, Mark Turbot here running as the top AM, currently in P12, and he's in amongst all of these pros, silvers and pro-avs, and That's not a nice situation to be in, you know. His eyes would be big as dinner plates as he just runs a little bit wide there and just lets Fam in. He's going to take it.
Oh, he sends it down the inside, and it does a beautiful job of holding it tight, not to ensure to give
Give each other space.
Yeah, brilliant bit of driving. A nice move too.
Yeah, so good tidy lap one there. A little bit of hip and shoulder, but nothing like race one in lap one. So nice tidy start from a big field.
Fam and Turbot still going at it.
Fam and Turbot, also Enright and Vandervent changing positions there just behind. In that, like Rusty mentioned, that vice-like first turn.
Matty T has made 12 positions in one lap. So very similar to Phil Antoon in race one. She's on the move. She's tucked up behind Timmy Nash at the moment, and got
a bit of work to do here because there's a lot of cars in front now.
There are a lot of cars in front.
So just out of the in car from Steve Rees to see whether he can actually hold Farado's Mustang with draft.
Looks pretty strong. Looks to the inside. Shows the nose.
Good to see Damien Jarkus back on the grid and currently running behind Steve Melling, giving Steve all sorts of problems back there. So good to see.
Matty T just having a good look at Tim Nash there under brakes, and that's Farmer down the inside of Damien Jones.
Gets it done.
Gets to admire a bit of his handiwork on the artwork on the side of that Lamborghini, one of the OG ASRNZ cars. Brilliant to see that out there representing. So far so good for Fodado, still holding down that second position. A lot of pressure from Rees, but
glad you brought that up, J-Man, because I was just about to say, I'm just having a little look at Steve Rees here, and he's starting to look like it's transitioning into pass mode here.
Yeah.
Starting to look a little bit stronger where it counts. Fodado's doing a good job, although this may be tricky. He's going
he nearly looped it, and that's going to let Campbell in.
Yeah, he'll be on the outside here, but if he can keep the momentum going, he may be able to swing around the outside.
He's got this.
Yeah, Campbell all through.
Tough mistake there for Reed.
Doesn't take much at the top of the field, does it?
That
kind of mistake at the Pro-Am and Am level, you don't even notice in a race, but at the top of the field, it's cost you a position in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, Chan also got a sniff watching all that go down, and he ran a little wide just behind. So that's going to be a tight little pack as this race progresses. Just look in the background there. That is Stu Arrowsmith. Yeah, holding his own over Webley there, J-Man. So nice work.
Well, we'll see now.
Well, let's have a look now, yeah.
But this is great stuff for Stewie, and it's also great stuff for Webley. Webley's normally inside the top 3 where he races conventionally at Rainlight.
Webley outside.
Look at of that Mustang. Stewie just needs to hold his nerve here and see if he can do a cutback down on the inside under brakes here.
Oh, he's got it.
Yeah,
there he goes.
The Marlboro car didn't run out of breath, did it?
No, definitely not. But well judged by Stewie Arrowsmith there to just grab that position back. And look at Vic Chan on the back of Steve Rees. Steve Rees in a little bit of trouble at the moment at the start of this one.
Yeah, so Chan saw that little mistake there earlier. Stop go 34.
Car number 8, that's Phil Turner. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I think it said speeding in pit lane. Right? I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, so he's channeled through pit lane and copped the penalty for it.
Yeah, Chan looking stronger in race 2 in that Bentley.
Yeah.
We know he's very quick in the Bentley. It's one of his favourite cars, so I don't expect him to be languishing for too long.
Oh, no.
If you could call P4-5 languishing.
No, and P4 in this field, not too shabby. Look,
Not
definitely knows how to pedal the Bentley. He's definitely the right man for the job.
We're on the verge of gizzing here, I think.
Matty T up 13 positions up to P18. This is a similar number to where Phil Antoon got before we lost him. He got up to around 16.
Yeah. So
Matty T.
I mean, sorry, you were talking about Rees before. Just if he's just got to hold his position, and Chan's got nowhere to go anyway. So,
yep.
But yeah, Matty T. on the move. Starting from the back of the pack, I think there was one car behind her. The OG ASR car, J-Man, of Damien Jones, coming in late.
And I don't think Van der Venter is long for this world either. In
No,
regards to Matty T's
it was super, super close. The closing speed and the pace difference of that Ferrari over the BMW through that phase of the track was phenomenal. She did a great job not to actually rotate him then. So
we saw her do that on Webley's Mustang last race as well.
Big deep send there. Gets it done.
Something happened to Chan then. He's gone back. He's gone backwards. He's back to P7. So.
Yep. Moss is through.
Moss is through. And who's that? That is Macrolos down the inside of Ashton Hughes. Stu Aerosmith lining up too now also.
Macrolos is one that we haven't mentioned too much tonight, but I do know around the traps, very quick steer, top of the field, so expecting things from him as well.
Yeah, possibly just coming to terms with that Audi as well, so not used to seeing Costas in an Audi, so he's probably just coming to terms with that car. But lots of pressure on a recovering Vic Chan as well at the moment, and also Nev Shields starting to line up a bit of pressure on Van der Venter now that Maddie's through as well. So.
Aerosmith on Hughes gets it done.
Yep, beautiful.
So Aerosmith went back as well.
Yeah, he went backwards. Yeah, he did. He was in a battle also with. He was actually with.
I thought he was up.
Could have been a touch.
He was with Webley. So look at the outside move from Stu Aerosmith. Out of turn one, and that was on Ashton Hughes.
Yeah, nice work. So look, the big gain here, I suppose, is for Geordie Moss. There, up into 6th position after qualifying in 8th, or maybe even lower. I think he was, and really sneaking that 777 race.
Classic Moss style, isn't it? Honestly, classic Moss style. He's a very under the radar kind of race driver, so he'll pick up positions. You don't even notice him in there, you know.
I'm not even here. I'm just not even here.
Very sneaky.
You won't even see me go past.
Although I think the Bentley's going to wind up on the Macca down this straight, though. The Macca is not very quick at all in a straight line. That Bentley. Oh, not enough. He's going to send it.
He's going to get. How good is its brakes?
Look for the over-under here. Look for the over-under.
Yeah, he overcooked it a little bit, Vic.
Try and sweep around the outside here.
Oh, a little touch.
A little bit of gizzing. Macrolos is in there.
Gizzing.
Is that Macrolos? Macrolos just tucked in there as well.
Yeah, it's a long way round through that left-hander.
Yeah, if you get it on the outside here at COTA, it's very difficult to get back on the racing line in a battle because there's a lot of the parts of this track where it's
big
like,
wriggle.
2 lefts or 2 rights. Moss off.
Big wriggle from Moss.
And look at that, Aerosmith back in touch.
Yeah, well, he was right in there behind that all going on, and it only took that one mistake from one of those drivers, that driver being Jordan Moss, and Aerosmith right amongst it now.
Brad Robertson with a strong drive. He's sitting P15, got John McDonald and the Warbird just up in front of him. So good drive here from Brad Robertson in race 2 in the
Dr. PP entry.
Yeah, Dr. PP.
Nice, Brad.
Who was that? Van der Venter making a move there. Was that okay? So that was Enright having a little bit of an incident there.
Speaking of Brad Robertson, he's next on the hit list for Matty T.
He
currently
is
chasing him down, 1.5 seconds to go. Jeez, on the move.
So Stu Aerosmith still with lots and lots of pressure on Geordie the Boss Moss. Who's that just rolling out to the left there? That must be maybe a car that's out of position. Is that Phil Turner or Scotty Rivers? It's Scotty Rivers just letting the field go through, so he's a lap down. Antoon doing a great job out there, boys. Got it out to 2.8 seconds. Currently got the fastest lap of the race on a 2:05.7. There'll be a lot of guys who like to qualify at that number, let alone race at it.
Too true, J-Man.
Okay, so that was his last lap. It's not the best lap. The best lap of the race for him is a 2:05.115.
Just riding on board with Ashton Hughes, guys, looking at the back of Stu Arrowsmith, looking very racy in that Porsche. It's obviously not a track tonight for the Porsches or the BMWs, clearly. They're struggling, but he's the top running Porsche or BMW at the moment, Ashton Hughes, and currently running Pro-Am class, doing a stellar job. P10 in this field, get out.
Yeah, great effort. Absolutely. Got a handle on that. He's well accustomed to the Porsche as Ashton. We remember him, Ashton, in the Aston, but we have seen him in the Porsche in recent time, haven't we, Davo? And he knows how to pedal that thing.
Yeah, definitely, J-Man. But he's got some work to do still in the next 6 odd minutes, because he's got Gunther Rowe, and I think that is T-Fam tucked in behind him as well. So
who was that?
Still got plenty to think about past Robinson.
Yeah, that was very, very quick. As she got there and made that move on, and it was done. Car so good through that phase of the track. Now, car 26 has picked up a drive-through for track limits. Who is car?
Oh dear, Webley.
Oh
P5,
dear.
Webley.
Oh no.
Webley cops a drive-through for track infringements. We talked about it at the top of the broadcast, said that it would be a factor. Didn't see a lot of it in race 1. However, that is going to light up the eyes of Vic Chan and Costas Makrolos. And proximity-wise, you could argue that that's going to drop him all the way back to possibly even behind Mark Turbot or McDonald even. How long is the pit lane here, boys?
Oh, it's not one of the longer ones, but I was just thinking, this is a sponsorship opportunity, clearly, that Webley's taking here in a shakedown round. He's going to light up a Marlboro and cruise down pit lane and, smoke it out the window. I think that's what's going to happen here, clearly, obviously.
Are we allowed to do that in 2024?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a photo opportunity.
We should be.
We should be.
Exactly.
Look, he's not coming in this lap.
He's probably wearing the Marlboro Man cowboy hat instead of a race helmet as we speak.
Could be red mist for sure.
Well, that takes pressure off Steve Rees, who is now going to be chasing down Mitch Campbell, who is he's just edging ever so slightly closer to Shane Fodderdo in P2. Feel like it's going to be on here in the last 5 minutes. Shano, the Ford tyre deg that we spoke about before this race, guys, looks like it's coming back again, and that Ferrari may just be in a good position here. Mitch Campbell, you can see, if you're right on board with Mitch, how loose Shane is.
Maddie T trying to size up John McDonald here. She's going everywhere to try and do this.
McDonald, a seasoned operator though, isn't he?
He's just placing the car in all the wrong spots for Maddie, the right spots for John Boyd, but
he really is hard to pass, John McDonald.
He is.
If you've not raced with him, it's hard to describe. He's really good at defending, so he just knows where to put it.
And to watch it, it doesn't even look like he's defending.
No.
It doesn't even look like he's covering, so...
Oh, she's got a better line out of 11 here, though.
And the power, like you guys already talked about the pace of the BMW here tonight, or the lack of it, should I say. And
No, the BMW is not too shabby as long as the wing's off of it. He'll be okay.
Down the straight.
She will pull out, no doubt.
She may outbrake him.
No. But it holds its own down the back straight there. And yeah, good even braking from both those drivers. Nice work. Plenty going on yet. Rees, Campbell,
Fodderdo, 3 wide.
Okay.
Campbell on the inside. Campbell's going to grab this position.
This is for second position.
Yeah, he's going to be shallow on the final corner. And who's that? Webley in there. He's got a drive-through hanging over his head, so he's actually mathematically not a factor in this right now. 1 lap remaining to do it. He has to pull off on this next lap. Otherwise, he will be DQ'd from this race. But this battle is on. Mitchie deep under brakes. Fodato even deeper. Rees looking to capitalise.
Wow. Webley just got a track infringement stop go as well there.
Who's that, Webley?
Yes.
He already had his. Yeah, he's got 1 lap remaining to get it done.
Yeah, he's just hanging off the back of this now out of respect, I suspect.
Yeah.
I just noticed him getting out of the throttle a little bit, so he's going to let these guys have their fun.
Yeah.
Drivers the right thing to do in that situation.
Drivers get 3 laps to serve that penalty, and he is on his last chance. He needs to come in this lap. Aerosmith, Moss still going on too, boys, but the battle is here. It is definitely Campbell. We talked about in race 1 the aggression he was showing behind Matty T on the final 2 laps. He didn't leave it that long this one. Put the pressure on Fodato, got it done. I think Fodato could have been potentially covering from Rees as well, because it was 3 wide there for a bit.
Just goes to show the cost of battling too, doesn't it? Philly and Toon is now 6.5 seconds ahead of this group. And, you know, it really, fighting doesn't pay, kids. If you're watching at home, you're better off working together. You know, use your words instead of your fists.
Run faster.
Because fighting puts you back. You
Run
can't
fast.
win.
Learn how to run faster.
That's it. Steve Rees look, he's all over the back of
this.
the...
Yeah.
I think the tyre deg issue at the back end of races is real for the Mustang, just based on this evidence.
And look, but this is only 20 minutes. So...
Yep. We've got a 30-minute race coming up after this.
And if they have used their tyre that they're racing on for qualifying, then yeah, maybe it's what?
Yeah.
It's got another seven odd minutes on it, you know, as
Oh,
well.
Webley cooks it into the lane, gets it wrong, straight into the tyre barrier, just to compound the injury.
Oh, tough for Webley. What was already tough situation there. Oh, if we just pick up the end of it on the replay, he will be kicking himself for that one. Rookie mistake.
Yeah, look, it was a drive-through, but he's parked it. He's had enough. Matty T still can't dispatch John McDonald for P13, P14. She has been trying hard, but he's having none of it.
JB's giving her the old welcome to ASRNZ treatment here.
Hi.
Not making it easy.
I'm John.
Who's this guy? But anyway, in the interim, Philly and Toon is effectively on the final lap. Time will run out for this one, and it will be all about what can Rees do with Fodato. Mitchie has actually got enough breathing space at the moment. He's got around about 1.4 seconds over Fodato, so I think he'll bring this home in second, but it'll be, can Rees pit Fodato for the podium here? And also, what can Matty T do about John McDonald?
Oh, he's defending.
He covered then.
Covering. She's
Bucket
gone
around the
all the
outside
way
here.
around the outside. He will have the horsepower here. Gives her a squeeze on the exit.
Look at Turbot. He's right there. Like these
Well, Matty's
guys.
going to have the slipstream, I think.
Oh, it's tucked
gonna have to be an
no,
over-under.
she's having to duck it back in behind the BMW now to pick up
But
that wing
Turbot-
again.
Turbot's going to be a factor here for the
Yeah,
final
oh, definitely.
quarter of the lap.
Sticks it round the outside.
Oh,
Runs out of space. Brilliant. Oh, look how close she is coming through the double rights here.
JB's struggling to hang on here.
Yeah.
He's on the brakes early. He's in the mirrors. Oh.
Leader has finished, so Philly and Toon wraps this one up. Stick with the battle, boys, but well done to Philly and Toon.
Oh, disappointing drive-through for Brad Robertson to finish the race.
Midge Campbell across for second, Fodato third, Steve Rees in fourth position, Vic Chan in fifth. As this continues on, Makalos, Moss, Aerosmith, 6th, 7th and 8th respectively. Hughes, Pham, 9th, 10th, Gunther Rowe, Mark Turbot, and here it is.
McDonald holds up Matty T.
Well
Matty
done.
T. Well.
Oh, look at this farmer down the
Oh,
inside of
no, right at the end.
It's down on a little bit of contact. Who's that? It was Nev
Shields.
right
He
in the
got
mix
it.
there. Good stuff. Good
Right
spirited battle between
down to
mates
the
there.
wire.
Yeah, Melling, Martin, Green, Simpson, all in quick succession in behind, and then Nash Davidson for 26.
Very good stuff. Very exciting at the back end of that race. Right from the top to the back. Epic stuff.
Yeah, so you could argue that leading into the final race, provisionally, Mitchie Campbell, if he can go one more like that, I believe he was back of the podium, race 1, goes P2 this time.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
Yeah. The mental abacus, I can hear the beads are flicking in J-Man's head. But look, we'll let you guys work out what's going on there. That was a cracking race 2 here in ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 Series 2 Shakedown Race 2. We got one more to go. What, 30 minutes, guys? 30-minute race.
Minutes.
30-minute race. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like and subscribe button. Grab your bevy of choice, and we will be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. After a short break, 2 races down and 1 to go in tonight's ASRNZ 2024 GT3 Series 2 Shakedown at COTA. I'm Davo. I've got J-Man and Rusty by my side. How are we going, boys? What a cracking race 2 that was.
Well, yeah, it was fantastic, and I still suspect 5 minutes after we last spoke, I'm still a shit ton better than both you guys. Just saying.
Well, us two put together, you were better
Pretty
than
much.
us.
I do apologize to the audience. It's that kind of thing where I told the coach I was right to play. I'm good. I feel
lied.
good. I know my body.
You lied.
No, I didn't lie. I did feel good. I do know my body. And then 20 minutes into the game, I'm limping around, and people are having to carry me. So, unfortunately.
Look, picking's a thin one. You know, I can't bench either of you right now. I need you. So we'll just press on. And hey, look, currently
Slim pickings in the reserves.
That's true.
Q3 is underway, so we do have the Pro-Am and the Am drivers out there. Leading the way, first car out on track is the ASRNZ OG car of Damien Jarkus Jones. All the slogans on this car, one of them being Pussy Cam, so great to see that Lamborghini out there representing the OG ASRNZ stable there, so that's pretty cool.
What do you make of the split qualifying change this season, J-Man? What are your initial thoughts, having, we're now 2.5 sessions in to our qualifying sessions in 2024 season 2? What are your initial thoughts about splitting the field up and sending the Pro-Ams and Ams out?
Look, I've seen a little bit of it before around the traps, but I think it's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, I came from an era where we introduced one lap stupid pole or 1 lap qualifying sort of system. So to be honest, giving these drivers in these 2 classes times 2 around 7.5 minutes, it's getting back to almost the old school of, look, you've really, we just saw it from Maddie T racing out of the pro stable there. She didn't actually didn't bank a lap in that 7.5 minutes. So I'm a big fan. It's quick fire. It really shows you got to go out there and get those tyres warm and like go and bank a lap. Go and get something. If you think you're good for a mid-6, but your bank is a 7.1, go out there and get that 7.1 done and then push. So it's a 90% first lap, and then I think once you've banked one, then go hell for leather and try and go and get one. I love it. I think it's a great concept, and going forward, the drivers will respond to it. They'll get tactical. They'll approach it maybe slightly different. You'll get a pattern. It's a bit like bringing the cows in the morning, mate. There's always the one that wants to be first, and there's always the one that wants to be last. So
bringing the cows in here at ASRNZ. That's what we do. We roll.
And that's where we're at right now. But we're in the first tier of qualifying with the AMs and the Pro-Ams, Rusty, like you mentioned. But yeah, the split qualifying, great idea. Obviously, with the Pro-Ams and the AMs not in the top guys' way, the top guys to get to do proper qualifying laps, these guys don't have to worry about getting in their way in the meantime. So
pressure's off.
Everybody gets a proper qualifying. So I think it's a great idea as well, as we just watch. I think that was Scotty Rivers, and we've got Kenny Simpson in the sand. I think that is, guys. So he's just. And
now, Davo, if we do hear a pro complain about traffic in qualifying, it's like, hang on. They're all your mates, okay? Yep. They're all your alien mates doing that, okay? So it's on you now.
Yeah, that's right. No complaints, right?
No complaints. All care, no responsibility.
And look at this, Phil Antoon, he's tuning in, he's seeing what the track's like out there, blowing us kisses. I've actually seen him typing, I think in the past, while he's racing. Man of many talents. Just tuned in myself, Rusty and Davo, to the Fokker Local car. Quite a special car for me. Obviously, this is based on a brand that's from my hometown.
You're a Fokker local, aren't you?
I am, and look, when this livery was put together, it represents where we come from. So obviously we've got a lot of forestry and native bushland in the backdrops of where we live, and then we've got the ocean all around us. So the back of the car in the blue represents the ocean, and the front of the car represents the greenery, which is the beautiful place we live in. So really cool paint job on this car, and Vaughan out there representing it really, really well.
Yeah, so some
Yeah, well
stunning it's already been mentioned tonight already from both of you guys. Some stunning skins out here for season 2 in ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 series. As I just get my head around the numbers, yeah, some beautiful cars. The guys are really gone to town on them. Some really professional looking stuff, and awesome. Look great on the broadcast. And look, if you want to stand out, you really got to paint your car up and get it looking good. Some very NASCAR-y looking numbers on the side of these cars this season, which personally I love. Really makes these cars pop on these liveries. And I don't know, but maybe because there's a best custom skin livery giveaway for season 2, these guys might have just tried a little bit harder, but we'll get into that later. But some fantastic looking cars out there in this series.
Just on Vaughan Martin, guys, you know, Vaughan, he started strong in the last GT3 season we had. We expect Vaughan to be a contender in the Pro-Am Championship generally. When we talk about the Pro-Am Championship here, we're talking about guys like Steve Melling, Vaughan Martin, Lucas Saar, who's not here tonight, who was incredibly quick in the last GT3 season. But this is now the second season for Vaughan in the Ferrari, and I feel like he's just coming to grips with it. So I'm expecting good things from Vaughan Martin this year, this season in the Pro-Am Championship, guys.
Yeah, good point. And yeah, definitely noting Lucas Saar not here tonight, but signed and registered for the series, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully we see him for round 1. But yeah, always a hotly contested part of the championship, isn't it?
It really is, the Pro-Am category and the Ed category here at ASRNZ. So if you're just tuning in for the first time and you think, I want to get into sim racing, well, here at ASRNZ, we cater to all sim racers of all levels, obviously. So there's a battle for you on this grid, and that's what it's all about. That's what you remember when you're sim racing. It's what you're doing it for, is for the battles. So you know, you'll find a home here.
Yeah, don't let the crazy fast, the times up the front deter you. There's a battle all the way through the field. J-Man.
Jack's in there on a 7.4 to do a great job.
Oh, did he sneak it in there?
Yeah. No, he's pretty much there from the top. Steve Wilton came home with a 7.8, which is a great time as well. So good to see Wilton step up. And I just felt like Rusty was just picking the undertones there for Martin. Was maybe it's time to get off the pies, go for the full program, maybe get into the chicken salads, and this is your season, Vaughan. Go out there and go and get it.
This would be the one. This would be the one, I think.
This is the one. Step it up, mate. But hey, look, a good qualifying there from Jarks, Wilton, Shields, Martin, Darren Green as well. Also
very good from Greenie, P5.
Yeah, and once again, Greenie staying pretty true to the GA racing livery there that we've seen him use around the traps, and car looks very, very well presented in the white and blue. So about to see the big guns and the Pro-Ams also, the silver and the pros go out there and get this next session underway. Tyres are running thin, although you did hear from Steve Rees that, his program, he would have a fresh set for this final 30-minute race. So be interesting to see what he qualies on, and then be interesting to see what Phil Antoon's got left in the bank, because if you remember correctly, back to race 1, he was probably back in the pit from about half race, so potentially maybe a little bit more rubber left in the bank for somebody like Antoon after pulling out of that first race.
Yeah, J-Man, and I am curious about the tyre deg on the Honda. We didn't get to speak about it really last race. We were so focused on the Ford. But I remember a couple of updates ago, the Honda used to shred a little bit, shred its tyres a little bit, because it can be a little bit spicy. So it'll be interesting to see, are they qualifying and racing on the same set? Are we starting the race with a new set? I would feel like if I'm in the Mustang, I would want to have a fresh set for the race, not be using old rubber. I think Rees is probably in a good position here. to, if he gets a good quality, say top two rows, I think he's going to be well in contention.
Yep. David, you just want to pull up a graphic for us on the Duff Bear car of Phil Antoon on his first flyer for the session, and just look at the attitude of this car. Just watched it come through 3, 4, 5. Very, very well balanced looking. Speaking of that Honda in this qualifying phase, it just looks very, very quick and stable through that roller coaster phase of curves through that opening part of the lap, if you may, for us, pal.
I can't just at the moment, but we're working on it.
Oh, yep, copy of that. Sweet.
So it's good to see the boys that work in the MATCHFIT entertainment production van have picked up where they left off from last season, and probably finishing off some Swiss chocolate or dancing with some wood nymphs or something out there in the production van. Carried on from last year. So
lots of leftovers.
It is a shakedown.
Yeah,
we got to give them a chance to loosen up, don't we? The boys in the production van, they're busy.
Some of it's getting a bit old. I mean, I don't know if I touched the pineapple fritters. However,
okay.
I didn't.
Did
Mitchie leave us?
Which car were you looking at? The Duff Bear.
Phil Antoon.
The Duff Bear car.
Yep. He's just about to complete his lap, and you should see this car go to the top of the tree on a time. It will be a 5.2. Now, Mitchie Campbell right in behind him there on a 5.9. However, Rees banks a 4.8 straight away.
Woof.
So, not the best lap from Antoon. I thought it looked pretty good. However, he's going to need a lot more.
Sorry, J-Man. Now, remember here at ASRNZ, qualifying rules, we don't allow reset to pits and go back out.
No.
If you want to make changes to your car, tyre pressures, setup, what have you, you do have to get back to pit lane. And with 2 minutes and 46 seconds now remaining in qualifying, I don't think you've got enough time to make another lap and make changes. So the setup you're on now, the tyre pressures you have now, the fuel load you have now, that's the one that you have for your last flying lap about 30 seconds from now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, look, 2 minutes 30, as you mentioned, it's going to be enough time for Phil Antoon to get round, because this lap will not count. There's a track limit infringement in this lap already. He has got around about 0.4 of a second up his sleeve. However, it'll count for nothing. So I just wonder whether you just roll out of this lap enough not to stress the tyre too much for one more run, but it certainly won't count this lap. And who has he got hot in tow? Mitchie Campbell and then Steve Rees. So his competitors are right behind them, and they are well on the improve. Mitchie Campbell got 3.5 tenths, although he's just dropped that. Steve Rees on a 4.8's got 2.5 tenths up his sleeve. He's well pressing on. Got the carrot of Mitchie Campbell up in front. So Rees looking for redemption after what was probably not his best qualifying in Q2. Mitchie Campbell gets out the way of Steve Rees. Steve Rees presses on, drops down to about 2.5 tenths through that final phase. The corners 13, 14 comes up through this back phase, building momentum again through these triple right-handers, coming to the back end of the lap, still holding a good couple of tenths. Already at the top spot on a 4.8. Gets a track cut for his troubles.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So this one won't improve as well. Antoon is in the green. He's about to improve slightly. Won't be enough.
Now, it's 50% sportsman-like from Mitch Campbell and 50% smart operator, because by letting Steve Rees through after he invalidated, he's also bought himself a tow down the back straight. So let's see how this develops.
Jan coming on a number that'll see him dispatch Mitchie Campbell out of P3. It's actually not a bad number at all.
No, definitely. He's definitely got the Bentley wound up tonight.
Oh, Campbell's just invalidated.
Oh, it goes
5-2.
P2. It was a good enough number to actually dispatch Antoon. Now, Antoon is on a green lap, but we can see how quickly it can go wrong. Even the second to last corner, I'm seeing them get cuts. So,
look at Fotodo. Look at Fotodo.
Yeah. Early in the lap, though, but look, real.
Half a second up.
Half a second up. Antoon well up on his lap as well as he gets. He's about halfway down the back straight there.
Where is Matty T? Have we lost Matty T for this third and final race? I think we have. It is only a takedown. So, Rees on another cut lap. So this won't count either. So, be no improvement out of Rees for the back end of the session. Who's got something for him I believe Phil Antoon has, if he can finish this off.
It's going to be very
3.5,
close.
4 tenths. What does he need? He needs 4.5 tenths.
Yep.
Got 0.48, half a second, 6 tenths now building in the lap. Appears to have enough. Mitchie's given it away. He's going to start effectively if it stays stationary on the second row, although Fododo's going to have something to say about that because he's got 8 tenths up his sleeve.
8
His
tenths.
delta is screaming.
It is.
So lots of sting left in the tail as Antoon comes down to the final corner carrying 4.5, 5 tenths, 5.5 tenths out of the final corner. He's going to go to the top of the tree here. Does on a 4.78. Rees won't have anything to answer because that lap was a track cut. What has Shane Fododo got? He's only got around 4 turns left.
And about 8 tenths.
Yeah, he's got the Mustang wound up. Also,
He'll
Jordan
be
Moss,
close to
Stewie
Chan
Aerosmith
here.
on big numbers.
He's going to be very close to Chan, I think.
Costas Macrolos on a number 2, boys. But what is Shane Fododo going to deliver? He's around 8 tenths of a second. It's going to be a good lap.
Oh,
And he goes a 5.3 to be P4. Aerosmith, P6. Jordan Moss, what's he got? He's just finishing the lap, just right on the cuff of pretty much the same time that he ran the lap before.
Jordan Moss out of the final corner as
Nothing
well. And I think that is pretty well it across the
It's a wrap.
line.
What a great
Yep.
quality. So Phil Antoon backs it up. Rees with a much better qualifying. So these boys get to start side by side. And then the OES
this
boys
is
off
actually the
second
battle.
row.
Sorry, J-Man. This is actually the battle that we expected race 1, isn't it? Antoon and Rees.
It is.
3 100ths of a second separating them. We know Rees is coming in with a fresh set of tyres for the race. We don't know Antoon's situation. Maybe he'll let us know via the chat on YouTube if he's still listening.
We'll just force his hand here, mate. And,
Definitely.
bring him up.
But the Antoon Rees, and then we got Chan, Fododo, Mitch Campbell, and Aerosmith, Moss,
So
and
we've
Macrolos.
got Mav in the box, boys. We've got Mav in the box.
Oh no.
Yeah, mate. You put your hand up, Mav, so it was always going to happen, pal. Well done, on the qualifying, the race.
Great lap.
Solid result. Not going to dwell too much on race 1, mate. Other than I expect so much more than you from that. But
Yeah,
mate,
you're right.
what's the plan here, mate? Do you think Reese has got something for you? And look, it's done now. Effectively, it's locked and loaded as far as the strategy is concerned. What do you got as far as rubber underneath you?
I got a fresh set. I don't know, just 30 minutes, go hard. Try not to get too many track cuts,
Hell yeah.
and that's it.
Righto,
It's a tough track. It's yeah, that 20-minute race felt like a long time. So 30 minutes isn't going to be very cruisy, and Razor's got some good pace, I think. So
The Honda's really quick in your hands. It looks really strong under brakes, but how are you finding it down the straights?
it's okay down the straight. It's not the best. So yeah, you don't make much down that long straight, but you make up for it in the braking zones in the tight turns. So yeah, just smash the pedal, and the car seems to stop pretty well. So
Hell yeah, mate.
happy with it.
It was a great qualifying lap, mate. So good luck for the race. We're really looking forward to this battle. Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
fellas.
Yeah, well done, Mav. Congrats, mate, on that. And looking forward to what will be an epic season in the Honda, in the Duff Beer Honda at your hands, mate. So go well here. No doubt you're well aware of what your exit's going to have to be like out of turn 11 heading down to 12 with that Aston behind you, pal. So go well.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Sweet. All right.
It's going to be very spicy. Shane Fodono and Vic Chan too, because the Bentley's not slow in a straight line either, is it? So there's a lot of horses galloping at the front of this field for this race. It's going to be very exciting. Mitch Campbell, Stu Aerosmith starting on row 3. Again, those two find each other, don't they, side by side? They are pretty close, Mitch and Stu, and they'll be enjoying these battles coming up. I just want to make special mention to Nev Shields, who was the top qualifier in the AM class in that qualifying session, guys. So, towards the end of this shakedown round, we're starting to see things, I think, level a little bit, and things are starting to normalize. The guys are into a little bit of a groove now, and look, it's very exciting stuff. Brad Robertson, P11, guys, in qualifying. So that's the best qualifying result tonight for Brad in that McLaren. T-Fam's up there, Rose up there, Macrolos in P8 in the Audi. There's excitement to be had up and down this field. I just can't wait for the season to start and the stories to start and see where everyone shakes out at the end.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think some good stories throughout the night. I think the likes of Tim Nash is a name that Dave and myself haven't called before, and look, every time I've sort of cast through the deltas and had a look, he's been in a battle all night. Currently starting out a P18, just behind Vaughan Martin.
The Porsche isn't strong tonight, is it? And so he's carrying himself really well.
Yeah, he is. So really excited to see what sort of season Tim Nash has, because I tell you what, as far as a shakedown, I think he can hold his head high because he's looked pretty good. So also great to see Steve Wilton back in the Thomas the Tank Engine. The fat controller on the bonnet.
Yeah. You've clearly got young children, Rusty.
Oh, they don't watch Thomas the Tank Engine anymore. They watch
it's a
YouTube,
bit old school, isn't it? But,
yeah, it's YouTube.
Yes, Steve Wilton, aka Farmer, has kindly put together this skin pack, actually. Packaged it all up.
Yes. Big credit to
ASRNZ.
Farmer for doing that work.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely got to get some credit. And just in front of him, the old boy, John McDonald, multi-champion, multi-GT3 championship winning driver from ASRNZ. And yeah, just showing his prowess and the like in the last race.
We love JB. We love JB. He's also a part of the MATCHFIT family. Jumping into the commentary box. A little pit lane gossip. I'll be jumping in for a race or two this season. Definitely Red Bull Ring. I'll be driving. And maybe Monza. I might do Monza, but we'll just have to wait and see how things work out calendar-wise. But definitely Red Bull Ring I'm in.
A couple of drives. Nice work.
And JB will be in the box. So
good stuff. Yeah, we welcome that, and welcome seeing. It's going to be great to see you back out on track, Rusty. You're a quality steerer, mate. Had some great battles with you myself, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, we've had
mate.
a little fun at hardcore, haven't we?
We certainly have, mate.
Good time to mention all the leagues that MATCHFIT's involved with and promoting and broadcasting to the sim racing community in this part of the world. You've got ASRNZ, of course. You've got hardcore online gaming with their TA2 stuff, which was really good. When I tuned in, it was really good racing. Kenny Simpson does really well over there, doesn't he?
Yeah. Heading for season 2 shortly as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously Monday night we're still very much Rainlight Racing with their GT3s, and we're also back for another season. We've already ticked off one of the endurance rounds at ESO, so pretty exciting stuff. And plenty on the calendar for match, but keeps us pretty busy.
It's a big family, sim racing in this part of the world, so get together and we can have nights like this.
Absolutely. Plenty going on in the MATCHFIT world at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So click the like and subscribe button, hit the notifications, stay in touch with what's going on as the boys and girls. I think Matty T's left, so drivers coming around the final corner, forming up race 3 here at the Shakedown for ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 Series 2 here at COTA. Vic Chan, same front of those, second row, Phil Antoon, Steve Rees, top row. Again, that Honda gets that jump. The Bentley Tan, though, immediately looking for some overlap on Rees. Can he get the power down out of there? Very
There's some getting back in the field.
Yep. It was
that
3
turn 1 pinch point.
Yeah, that was Aerosmith, Campbell, Macrolos.
But they're moving spectacularly still.
Oh, Fam gets a move done on Jordan Moss early, so that was critical. And Stewie Aerosmith holds position, but yeah, Moss goes down a couple.
He's got Gunther Rowe behind him as well, J-Man, and Gunther Rowe in some fine form at the moment. So yeah, he'll have plenty to think about sooner as the leaders come on to the back straight. That critical run.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see what the Honda stacked like up down this big back straight with the Aston Martin in behind. Antoon got a pretty good run off of 11, had a little bit of margin, but look at it, it's closed already under brakes. But Antoon pretty happy with the braking performance out of the Honda, although he's a little deep, and certainly Vic Chan was
big
well
dive
too deep.
here. Big dive, Nash on end right, Green pulls out of it. Vaughan Martin round the outside. It's all happening down the back of the field, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, Martin maybe looking to just hold the inside line. Oh, he's perilously close to Darren Green there as they come through the double rights.
Yeah, that's still going on there.
Yep.
That's a spirited little lap one battle there. Just going, no, that's my spot. No, your spot's back there, mate. You know, we'll work it out later. But yeah, a couple of Ferraris going at it there. Hammer and tong.
Oh, who's that? That's T-Fam. That's T-Fam looking for a move on Macrolos. He's going to be vulnerable to Jordan Moss here on the exit. So the attacker becomes the attack pretty quickly. Now, Moss going to have a big look up to turn one up the hill. Goes the nose really, really early. Fire it in deep. Try and give Fam enough room on the exit. And that was Macrolos quite loose off of the exit of one as well. So he's
yeah. He definitely suffered there a little bit. But Moss,
very clean move there from Moss.
Yeah. And
very well done.
And T-Fam, the man, giving plenty of room. Or just enough, let's say. I don't think he gave him plenty, but he gave him enough.
You only have to give enough.
As well, and still Gunther Rowe in the background. Is that Jacques just tucked in behind as well?
It is, and then Farmer, and then I believe the Warbird was behind Farmer, so they've just stretched away from John McDonald a little bit. But yeah, that battle with Moss and Fab is a great battle. Now look at Gunther Rowe here. Watch him down the straight here.
Yeah.
Probably didn't get as good an exit as maybe the two in front. Look at Stewie up in front of shot, just covering already as they head down out of 11 down to 12. He was covering really early. Gets back out onto the race line. So that's covering from Macrolos, because Macrolos is on the move now. I think we've got better things to come to see from Macrolos in that Audi. I think he's just coming to terms with it.
Definitely.
110, back a shot, turn 12. That was
Jordan Moss. That was T-Fam having a crack at Moss again. Yeah.
Guys, I just want to mention Mitch Campbell. Guys, I just want to mention Mitch Campbell is really attacking Shake Potto.
Yeah,
the top 5 cars, you've got less than a second between each of them.
We can literally see these 3 battles we're talking about, like in the one camera shot. Yeah, so there's 6 drivers, and yeah, it's crazy stuff. Early stages here. This is lap 2 here for the shakedown, and ASRNZ's 2023 Series 2 GT3 Series. Look at this stuff.
Oh, McDonald Wilton. That's 3 wide now, so I believe that is the car of Brad Robinson as well.
That is properly 3 wide, J-Man, not just 3 wide. Look at this. And Wilton, the bravest under brakes. Oh, how close was the BMW from the Aston?
Yeah, this is good battling between a couple of really good friends in real life. So great to see Wilton McDonald out there battling out on track. Reminds me of days of old. It's cool stuff.
That was very close.
Well, and that's the thing too here at ASRNZ. It's not just the league; it's a community, and it's we spoke about pre-race in the driver briefing that one of the reasons that this is one of the cleanest leagues in sim racing is the fact that there's such a great level of respect on the grid between all the drivers, and it goes such a long way to everyone having an enjoyable race and an enjoyable season. And it's a big thing here at ASRNZ. So like you mentioned, when you see stuff like that, it just brings a smile to my face, and it's like, yeah, these two know each other. They race each other hard and clean and repeatedly. So, it's good stuff.
Yeah, good battle going on also from Darren Green. Also filters down through Melling.
What's going on
Nash,
with
Davidson?
Aerosmith is pulled to the side of the road down the back straight.
Oh dear.
Has he got a hardware failure?
Looks like
She's
it,
doing
doesn't
a
it?
reset on something.
Not known for
Yeah,
his
That-
okay,
RC
so-
that
phase.
car's
yeah,
still
so he-
not moving.
No, he literally did halfway between 11 and 12. Literally just pulled over, mate, and parked that thing there. So
He's done. It's terminal, whatever it is.
Yep.
2052, fastest lap of the race of Phil Antoon out in P1. He's stretching his legs. Steve Rees is on the verge here. I feel like that around COTA, that 1.1 to 1.5 second mark, that's the danger zone when you're the chasing car, because you're just out of reach for that draft. And he's in an Aston Martin, so luckily for him, he should be able to make a little bit of ground on the Honda. We spoke to Phil Antoon in between races, guys, obviously, and he said it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Aston Martin tends to be one of the better ones down the straight, so I'm not sure of what the speed trap is on it, but I would suspect it would be up there.
on the Aston Martin,
Yeah,
okay, so it's 267 plays 259 for Antoon.
yeah, right. So
it's a
going
very
to
quick
keep
car.
him in it every lap. Yeah,
Fastest car out there at the moment, 270 kilometers an hour, is the 74 car of Steve Wilton. So Thomas has got that tank wound up.
Oh, she's
toot.
loaded with coal, that one.
So yeah, well and
put
truly
your
big.
effing foot down, said the fat controller.
That's it.
So nice work, and it's still in battle here. I think that is Jones that he's just coming up behind now.
Yep. Man, looking to dispatch him,
Oh,
mate. Like,
definitely looking to-
absolutely pulls out and just says, "Thank you for coming."
He almost gave him a little bit of a, just move over a bit. I need to take this corner sort of attitude. And,
Wilton has got past Jarkus, guys.
That's
just to let
yep.
you know.
yeah,
That's Steve Wilton into the top 10.
that's right. That's what we were just talking about. So, yeah, nice work from Wilton.
Yeah, and Rees starting to apply the pressure well. He was the mid phase of that lap. He'd really closed it up. 0.5 it is at the moment. Probably don't even need the numbers to tell you how close he is. He's attacking into the final corner on Maverick. So that's a very, very good battle. And role reversal for Vic Chan and Shane Fodder. I mentioned at the start of the night. Fodder clearly had an advantage over Chan in race one, but a little bit of a role reversal now. I just wonder whether tyres are a factor there. Maybe Shane's been a bit too much credit in the first two races and two qualies, but definitely a role reversal there at the moment. Now, Steve Rees really starting to search side to side on Maverick now. So Aston's looking good, heading towards the first 10 minutes out of 30. Really starting to search for some fresh air and maybe opposing lines to try and size up a move.
Yeah, with
Do you consider tyre saving here if you feel Antoon, J-Man? Like, you've got the lead. You can make it very difficult to overtake here at COTA. We just watched that in the last race with JB and Matty T.
Yeah,
So it is possible to defend here. Do you drive a little within yourself for the first 20 minutes of this race to put a little bit in the bank for the last 10?
Yeah, look, I think at the pace both those guys are running, I think phasing wise, I think with even potentially with Rees wiggling around under acceleration and under brakes, looking for opposing lines to try and size up a move, or maybe just really make Mav's mirrors pretty active. I think they're probably going to be in the same boat. I would favour maybe just staying in your rhythm and not trying to check out, but don't back it up either. I wouldn't want to back the car up into somebody like Steve Rees, because he won't need too much of a sniff. And you see the strengths and weaknesses of these cars as well. There's certain phases of this track where Maverick's very, very good, and then we get to the back end of the lap, you watch the Aston under brakes into the final turn. Very, very good. Very, very good up to turn 1, and then through the roller coaster down through 2, 3, all the way up to 9. Maverick, very, very good.
Rees just setting the fastest lap of the race there, by the way, guys, a 2:04.9. I think that's the first venture into the fours.
In race trim, yeah, so he's pushing.
Getting a nice little bit of draft too off the back of that Honda. I think the Aston Martin in Steve Rees's hand. It's obviously going to be ultra competitive, but we've seen around the traps, haven't we, that the Aston is a great all-rounder.
Wilton wide. Jarks wide. John McDonald looking to capitalise. Doesn't get either, but got really spirit about it all. And he's got Brad Robertson in tow as well. So that's a four-way from Farmer, Jarkus, McDonald, Robinson. That is a battle which is effectively...
It's a nice little pack, that one.
13th. Great battle.
They all look very loose in there, don't they? There's a lot of aero wash happening, I think.
Yeah. 0.3 down the back straight now. What has the Aston Martin got on the Honda? Can he pull out the slap down to 12? Put a move on.
Oh,
Antoon
Wilton's
covers
in trouble
early.
here, I think.
Antoon covers.
These four guys have been racing together for years, mind you. This is fantastic.
Yeah, they're all good mates.
Oh, that's
and
super
are
tight.
very close. They're, like I said, they all sort of half run wide.
Big look here from JB. Big look. It's
Got
not
a bit
just
of
a
hip and
look.
shoulder.
It's got a stamp on it, this one. In he goes. Oh,
There he goes.
He's going to run him out. No, give space.
The Lambo
Well
will get
done.
him into the right here.
Oh, he goes deep. A little over
Goes to
under.
cut back under.
He's going to be on the outside, though, for this left-hander.
Allbird's got a bit of damage on the front splitter.
Yeah, I
why
think
it's
it
so-
might have been a
that's why-
contact there. It might have been a bit of contact.
That's why it's so difficult to overtake here at COTA, because you do have those runs of consecutive lefts or rights. And when you're on the outside, you can lose so much time. Oh, Robertson, just very close to gizzing.
Oh, McDonald just looked like it understeered into that right-hander there. Ran wide a little.
Steve Rees has got that gap to Phil Antoon down under half a second now, guys.
Oh, he's been searching, and also just in the back of shot, Fodo really starting to blow the blowtorch to Chan as well.
Yeah, Fodo very strong in that Mustang, isn't he? This is very promising from Shano at the start of the season.
Since the arrival of the Mustang, it's
Look at this,
shown
too
to be
wide.
a great car.
Sweeps around the outside, and it looks like Robinson wants to do the same. It's a beautiful pass from McDonald.
Oh, Jark's a little loose. A lot loose.
A lot loose, mate. He's hanging on to that thing. Look, Robinson's just trying to size him up here. He can see it. Blood in the water. Fordo wound that Mustang up, but the Bentley up to the task, boys.
Yeah, the Bentley's no slouch in Vic's hands. We're also running the LFM BOP, which is worth mentioning because the Bentley gets a big weight reduction under the LFM BOP, and Vic's, I think it's his favourite car. He tends to drive it a lot, so he's going to be tough to beat this year.
He knows it well. He knows it well. And a lot of people don't, you know, in most people's hands, it's not a quick car, to be honest.
That's true.
And but he just knows how to drive it, gets it working. It's a little bit like the Honda. There's sort of cars that don't get a lot of love because they're quirky in a particular way. But in the right hands, these cars are still very quick cars. So, yeah, good to see them on track because you don't see the Honda or the Bentley a lot. So, nice work from both of the boys running those marks. That little four-way battle has smoothed out just a little, I note.
Yeah, the Turner Davison battle's another good battle out there. Obviously, the 773 hardcore online gaming car of Phil Davidson under a lot of pressure from Phil Turner. So that'll be a class battle too, Rusty, would it?
Yeah, that's correct, J-Man. And these two, I suspect, competitors for the championship this season. Phil Turner, defending champion EM class. You got Nev Shields, who's going to be a contender. My boy Philly D, Phil Davidson. He's going to be up there sniffing around. He's been getting his eye in over at Rainlight Racing too. So, as we know, Rainlight Racing's very competitive as well. So, yeah, it's very exciting times at the EM class.
Yeah, so this is a good battle going on between Philly D and Phil Turner, mate. It's been going on since the lights went out. And look, very, very comparable lap times. I think Turner's slightly on the better with the best lap of an 8.9 versus a 9.0 for Davison. So heavily competitive in BMW versus Ferrari. So great racing out there for those boys.
Nev
And,
Shields is currently leading the M class though in P15 in the McLaren. 3 or 4 positions up the road. So he's making a statement. This is a class statement. The shakedown, like you mentioned earlier, J-Man, is an opportunity for every driver to make a statement for the season. And tonight, Nev Shields is making a statement in the M class. I'm here to play.
Yeah, so we're approaching that point in the race in another just under 3.5 minutes. The drivers will be feeling the tyre phasing coming in, because in another 3 odd minutes, that's how long they've been racing for the first two. They've got to go an extra 10 minutes, and this one being a 30. So this will be the telling point to seeing who's got what tyre. We've talked in the first two about maybe the tyre deg for the Mustang, so be interested to see just what Shane Fodado's got, Vic Chan and Mitchie Campbell in the final 10 minutes of this race in that Mustang, and how it looks after its tyre.
I feel like Steve Rees is just slotting in here behind Phil Antoon and maybe just parking it for the last 3 or 4 laps, perhaps. It's just what he could be racing for his life. I don't know, but he's kind of that 0.7, 0.8 of a second gap, and it's maintained there for a while now. So watch this space.
It's McDonald, a little bit of a slip up from Wilton, a little too deep into one there, allowing McDonald pass as we get out of the front of the car. Robinson's car on Sharks. Very hectic stuff through the zigzags, the roller coaster, and then down to the top end of the back straight here. This final left-hander, we've seen some great overtaking here and some mistakes. But this run, this is critical. This corner onto the back straight here.
Oh, Chan, that's Chan and Fodado. That's a switch of positions.
Let's have a quick look at that.
Jeez, right on the hunt there too. It's going to go inside.
He's in.
He pokes it in there, gets it done, covers the line on the way out. That's a beautiful bit of driving. So I talked about maybe tyre dig for the Mustang. Maybe he's pulled the trigger. It's got to go. So Chan loses 2 positions inside 2 corners. And now Mitchie Campbell looking at Shane Fodado. Can he back up this run of podiums here in the shakedown, Mitchie Campbell?
Oh,
the advocate is still going.
Fodado's got some work on his hands, I tell you.
Yes.
Campbell's hungry. He has been a performer tonight.
Yep. Oh, mate, sorry. I just clicked to the camera up in front with Antoon and Rees, and I just heard that Aston Martin, little bit of slip wheel spin out of turn 1, but man, that thing has got some boogie, and he's well in touch with Maverick. You talked about had he just parked it there and waiting. I think you might be right, Rusty. Thanks, Stewie. Hard luck, mate. Maybe a little bit of a bloody tune-up on that machine before next week, mate, because you had an absolute blinder tonight. Such good pace. Great qualifying as we see Steve Rees ranging. He's as close as he's ever been as they come out of turn 11 down the big back chute. We know the horsepower and the straight line speed was about 8 kilometres an hour difference.
Antoon knows it too.
He does know it. So.
Oh, not close enough, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
He'll have a look.
Yeah, he had 0.5 of a gap before the straight. I feel like he needs to be within 0.3 to get up alongside and make it stick. So keep an eye on that. If he's 0.3 of a second heading into that turn before that straight.
Campbell got an overlap here on Shane Fodado. He's going to do this over-under again, which is what he did.
Oh,
it's exactly what he did. He's on the wrong side.
It's always on the wrong
side.
It's the worst place to do it.
Get it going, Mitchie. He was on the other side the lap before, and I tell you what, Costas Makalos is going to round him up here too.
That is a rookie mistake. That corner as much as it begs you to make that move, it is
Yep.
not the right move. It never works. And once again, another victim.
Yeah.
Ah, that is unfortunate there for Campbell.
Macrolos. Yeah, Macrolos gets him. Was that a redress? Because he might have
Yeah,
gone
he
on
had
the track.
to. Yeah, he did the right thing there because he went off track and maintained the position.
Yeah.
So correct thing there from Mitch Campbell.
I don't think he's going to stay there long, though, looking at the attitude. He's going to have a big dive up to 1. Can he pull it up? Lots of red mist because he knows he was on for a podium again. Macrolos runs wide. Rees super close. They're coming up to this dangerous phase of the racetrack again as they head up through 8, 9, 10. And they get down to 11. He's perilously close again as Steve Rees. He just needs to try and get the exit here. So they run down to 11. Needs to try and keep the car out wide. Cut back down. Try and run. He goes wide. He's going to turn the car back down. Try and get the maximum drive off of 11. Down to 12. Gets a good drive this time. It's going to be super close. What's the margin? 0.3. Antoon weaving.
0.3 is the magical number. Look at him
Has
range
been
up
so
here.
far.
And he goes to the outside. It's going to go the long way around. Look to try and cut back down. Out of 12.
Oh,
heading
just
towards 13.
force that road space again. But here we go again. It's this series of corners. This right-hander.
Antoon saw it coming. He defended well there on the apex.
Yep. And we see a drive-through for 227. Sounds like Jarkus Jones has copped one for his troubles.
Tough
Little
work
track
for
cut.
Jarkus. Yep.
Yep. So it's spicing up at the top in the final race of the night. The two big guns out there
And there's
smashing.
still 7 minutes to go, so there's plenty of racing ahead of these guys yet.
I think Antoon's in trouble here, turn 1. If
I
Rees
think
gets
so
a good
too.
exit,
Yep.
he
Yep.
doesn't really get it. No, it's not going to be this lap. See, it winds up quick, the Aston, on the back of that Honda.
Yep.
Oh, he goes a little deep. He's gonna cut it.
And look, Mav said himself, he goes, it's okay in a straight line, but it
Yeah.
makes up for it in the brakes and the cornering. But if it's run out of, if the rubber's getting a bit second hand, you're going to lose that anyway straight away. So that any little advantage you get. So interesting. Rees definitely putting the pressure on, though, as we start to wind down. A little over 6 minutes to go. Still plenty going on in the background. Vaughan Martin just taken by Shields. Actually, Martin in the pits, boys.
Okay, so that's clearly unscheduled because you don't need to go through. He's going through to cover off a drive-through, so track infringements there for Vaughan Martin. Yep.
Rees is on here this lap, guys.
Yeah, super close, super close. Got a good drive out of there. 0.3 again. We'll see it drop down to 0.2, 0.1 probably by the thing. Antoon probably cover down the inside, and Rees will probably go wide again, although Antoon does stay wide this time. So does Rees send it? No, look, he just shadows him. Super close. I think these guys are both maxed out right now.
Oh, Rees, very deep there. Had to take
was
evasive action,
Yeah, that's it.
and that's really put him back there.
McDonald.
Excellent. Just pick it up on the replay here. Totally missed his mark there, Rusty. You saw that. Tricky stuff. Back to chasing.
Yeah, McDonald just went backwards there, guys. He just lost that position back to Wilton again.
Yep. And
Yeah,
it looks
and
like
then
it looks like he's going to lose another one there too. Just still on that
To Jones.
to Jones. Here's
And
this
Robinson.
little
Robinson's
awkward
right
call.
there.
That's that little awkward little flip-flop there I've been talking about. That never works. There's always
Robinson.
contact there. And Robinson finally sneaks in front. He has been working for that. Has he got it done yet?
Not yet.
He's still working on Jones on fire in this battle.
Yeah, he is on fire.
He's making it difficult for all these guys. They probably all got a little bit of pace on him, but he's making them work for it, isn't he?
How many laps does Jones have before he has to serve the drive-through?
Oh,
I think this has to be the one.
He's got one
one
more
lap,
lap.
one more.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll effectively come out of that battle. And Melling now really, really hot on the back of Darren Green as well. So this is P15 and 16. I mentioned at the top of the stream as well, Tim Nash having a great run. He's currently in 17th, so he's just in the back of shot from that battle with Greenie and Melling. And Melling with a good run out of...
No, that was Greenie with a bad run out of one.
Okay.
And that's really put Melling in touch. As we
Yeah.
look over the rear wing of Green, Melling's
Very,
Valvoline Mustang.
it's very Gary Rogers-esque, isn't it? That Mustang of Steve Melling.
Really is.
And Rees has gained all that margin back after that little bit of a run deep. He's well back in touch with Maverick again. Still got just over 3 minutes to go. So a couple more laps left in this one, boys.
A couple more laps. Robinson Jones still at it in the background. Rees chipped that little loss that he has.
Rees is very close here.
He's chipped that gap back, hasn't he, pretty quickly.
He has.
And he's like, he won't make that mistake again.
Expect to see Jones in this lap, boys, as Robinson goes through.
Yeah, it's
And
his
that's
last
near
shot
Shields,
at it.
not too far back either. And then obviously back from there, you see the Greenie Melling battle. So not that far on the spread from those guys, back a little bit further back to 15, 16, and then obviously Nash just in the back of shot as well. So after the better part of 28 odd minutes, the field pretty consistently spread. So some good battles.
They've found their pace, haven't they?
Yep. So Antone with a little bit of a stretch out this part of the lap here. So he's in the danger zone, but he's actually got the margin out to 0.7, 0.8. So he's probably not under threat down to 12 this lap, barring any mistakes out of 11.
Nah, look, the cameras have been off and on in this battle so far in this lap. And like right from the T1 there, Rees just misjudging the apex a little bit into one. Probably a little bit unsighted, very close to the back of Antoon's car into one, but yeah, a little untidy right at the apex there, lost him a little bit of space, and then just a little bit off in his timing throughout that first third of the lap, that first sector or so. So yeah, on the back foot, but around the back section here, very nice as he works the back of Antoon's car. Rees, Antoon, that will go down to the wire. What have we got? 1 minute. One more lap.
Yeah, so they'll complete this one and then there'll be one more to go. And I'll tell you what, you know, nothing wrong. And, you know, we've seen it of recent times with this updated Honda. It is a car that is very, very good in the flowy turns. But, man, the balance of that Aston Martin at the hands of Steve Rees is so silky smooth. It looks so hooked, bar a couple of tiny little errors there. It's looks like a super well balanced car. Melling now. Okay, so he is well in touch. Looking for a move here. Is he up around the outside? He looked for a switchback here.
Oh no, Green well off. He's going to lose 2 positions there.
Yeah, Nash has got it
as well. Yep.
Yeah, Timmy Nash has grabbed that spot as well. Now he's going with Steven. Steven's got to be careful here because he's got the pressure of that push behind him as well with 1 lap to go. So good battle late in the piece here with Melling heading up into P14. So it's a great battle going on. And they've just dropped Greenie there a little bit. So maybe Greenie just succumbed to a little bit of tyre issues. Definitely textbook Steve-O. He's there for the duration, that guy, Mr. Consistent. Okay, now Antoon's got around about 0.8 of a second as they come out at 11, so he'll be under no stress there. Going through the motions to bring this lap home, I would think. Fododo's got a good margin, 1.7 seconds over Vic Chan also, so it won't be too much issue there for Shano. But this battle, Tim Nash, Steve Melling, is a great battle. I wanted to check in and see how that Phil Davidson, Phil Turner battle was going. It has stretched out. There's around 5 seconds between, so that spread itself out towards the back end. But
something, Wilton went back there a little bit.
Yeah, he dropped a couple of spots.
today,
To Robinson and McDonald, these three have been going at it the whole race. There was 4 of them, but Jonesy, Damien Jones, aka Jarks, picked up a
drive through,
so he dropped himself out of the battle.
Here comes
there.
Antoon.
Here we go. Final corner. Antoon Rees, as the race started, it finishes.
Yeah, super good battle. Those boys are going to have a ripper season, challenging each other. And then obviously Shane Fodado gets the measure once again here at COTA over Vic Chan. So be a bit of a debrief in that stable, the OES stable during the week. And then Mitchie Campbell brings it home P5. So very, very successful night for Mitchie Campbell. Just ahead of Costas Makrolos over Jordan Moss with a solid drive. Who was in a battle with T-Fam for the better portion of that race too. So that was a great race. Gunther Rowe, solid result out there for the 580 Mustang. That car and driver combination of late has had a ton of pace. And then
it has.
This battle that we saw, McDonald, Robertson, Wilton, and then Shields in quick succession. And then Melling prevailing, just looking like
over
he's
Nash.
just going to hold off with Nash here out of the final corner.
Green, just trying to tag on behind that after a little bit of a run wide. Such a small mistake.
Yeah, and look at that, Phil Turner, not too far behind. And then who was that? Was that was Davison in the fence
there, just around the final corner.
Works it up.
Hunter and Jones, yes, into the final couple of corners here as well to round out 19th and 20th, I think, respectively there. And
then Scotty Rivers. Yeah, so he'll be classified 21st over, and then we got Vaughan Martin, and looked like we did have Mr. Bents turn up late there. So,
we did too. There you go.
Richo late to the party, but nonetheless still here.
Excellent.
So I think your round winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen, would be Steve Rees.
Steve Rees.
What was it? A win, a fourth, and a second. So I think that's your top runner. Phil Antoon obviously had that unfortunate situation in race 1. So I think Steve Rees is the round winner tonight. But it is a shakedown, so nobody reads racing wins tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in a shakedown event.
Well, we'll grab a quick word from Steve while we've got the opportunity. Obviously, MatchFit normally does a hot box interview at the end, and if the abacus is correct, as you mentioned, Rusty, Steve Rees effectively, no points on offer, but came out on top for the round. Mr. Rees, you would have enjoyed that race with your old mate Mav in front of you.
Yeah, that was awesome. Really good.
Yeah, mate, look, seriously, that's as close as it's going to get with two very, very quick operators. Probably only saw one tiny little mistake, but dropped you off the back by about 0.9 when you made it around the back there, and then bridged the gap back and chased them hard for the duration of that race. What a great drive, Steve.
Yeah, cheers, guys. There was a few mistakes, but there was one big one. But really hard to try and find a place where I could possibly make a move on him. He was just really strong at the right part. So yeah, really good, awesome race.
Yeah, no, good stuff, mate. Really excited to see what sort of program you put together this season, Steve, because, mate, if that's what we've got to expect, it is going to be a fierce battle for the top of the tree, mate. So congratulations on tonight, mate. It's always a pleasure to see you out on track. We know the sort of pace you got, so well done, buddy, and looking forward to what you've got at the opening round next week.
Cheers, boys.
Awesome, mate. Enjoy that one, Steve Rees from P1 overall tonight. What a great result.
Awesome.
Anybody else you boys would like to have a quick chat to or a mention to while we're on the hunt here?
Rusty?
Yeah, why don't we grab, let's get this guy in. It's J.R. Smith. Silver class, mate. You had a good night tonight. Shane Fodado's quick, though. in the silver class. How did you feel? How did you shake out after a few races tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. I am a big Macca fan, always kind of have been, but yeah, a little bit disappointed towards the end there with something weird going on in the background. But no points, no loss. So yeah, all in all, pretty good night. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, in
qualifying
terms of the garage.
Sorry, Rusty.
No, you go ahead, mate.
Yeah, no, just qualifying, Stewie, very, very successful. I think I saw you go 7.76 on the quali. Is that correct? Something like that?
I can't actually remember.
I think it was 7.76, and then obviously got
J-Man's
pretty
telling
good.
you, bro.
Yeah, pretty good battle with the teammate with Jordan Moss, but I think I was more interested in the battle before a little incident in that race 3. I think I saw you very, very racy with, I think it was T-Fam.
It was Vic.
Oh no, it was Vic Chan.
Vic
Sorry,
Chan.
yeah.
And then I helped him get around the hairpin a bit more.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be happy with your where you have shaken out in this field, which is a stacked field, Stewie. And you're right in there, like you look like you belong well and truly inside the 10 in what is probably the quickest field we've seen in a long time, if not ever, here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the level and skill that's up this season is right up there. Where a lot of us in the silver class have already said, it's going to be really tough to get a top 10. A few guys away tonight, so
yeah,
time will tell. But I'm pretty stoked with it so far. Long way to go though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good to hear you up for the challenge too. So
I'm not an Alexis, mate, so I'm a lot more confident.
Yeah, no, fair call.
And have you got any secret sauce, Stewie? Because both these blokes sound like they've been gagging on something they shouldn't have been.
They do sound a bit rough, don't they?
Oh, seriously, mate. Honestly, it's like I feel like I'm a part of the Hangover tour or something down here. But
It sounds like that. I know it sounds like that, but it's not like that this time.
Yeah.
Not this time.
It might be like that. I can't confirm or deny.
Oh, hang on.
You sound like you've nearly lost your voice there, Rusty.
Mate, he's
not
good.
going well.
He's just deteriorated the whole night, poor bugger.
Yeah. But no, you went incredibly well, Stewie, and carrying on that sweet patch of form that you've had. Well, basically, you could argue that it's been this solid for the better part of 2024's really shaping up to be a good season for you, and we wish you all the best in this coming season, mate. I'm sure you'll go well and put together a really good championship. So well done, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and thanks for all you do at the stream. It's brilliant.
Thanks.
You're welcome. If you guys don't have anything else to say, I'll throw them out, boys. We've had enough of that. Thanks, Stewie.
See you, Stu.
All right. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. You guys are absolutely torched.
The both of us.
I'm looking forward to the season though. What is race 1? I just need to double check now. I'm looking for the Brands Hatch. Oh, that's going to be fire. So
Brandy's
Brands Hatch
Hatch, mate. Yeah.
Oh, mate, what is it? 82-second lap for the M class and 82-second lap for the really quick guys, or something like that. 83 seconds.
Yeah. So quick.
It's tight. It's quick. It's fast. It's really
quick.
hard to overtake. If you want to overtake there, a lot of people end up on the grass at Brands Hatch a lot. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
It's a good-looking calendar, actually. Good-looking calendar.
Super
like
sprint
I said,
round 2, Brands Hatch.
Kicking off with Brands Kalami, which Glenn and I both, J-Man and I, should I say, both love to call. Great spectator
love the
track.
place. Yeah, great racetrack, great for racing. Yep.
And then Suzuka, Paul Ricard, Monza, Donington, Snetterton, Red Bull Ring, one of the classics, Spa and Bathurst of all places. So really, really solid calendar here for Season 2 at ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 Series. Look, as much as we're all I know as much as Rusty and I are both looking forward to Season 2, we're also both looking forward to the end of this stream so we can rest up. So we are going to sign off, and thank everybody for joining us here. And just quickly, in this slot at the end of each week for the next 10 rounds, we would normally have a weekly giveaway. And unfortunately, because of the state I'm in, I don't have the graphic up for it. And but be assured that yes, we will have weekly giveaways for the next 10 weeks, and we will have a giveaway for the best, a prize for the best skin car, which is going to be difficult this
Yeah, it is,
season,
mate.
guys, because there's some
Yep.
awesome bloody cars in there. So anyway, that's it. Great race.
Yep.
Great shakedown. See you all next week. Brands Hats. Bye for now.
Thanks, team.
Bye, Rusty.